Hi YouTube, I hope you're doing well. There's gonna be a little noise. I'm gonna roll some cigarettes while I chat here with you. I had a pretty bad fever last night and this morning. I'm doing better now, but well, I um I don't know, maybe just the change in the weather. I'm not sure, but well, it hit me for a while. I didn't know if I was gonna be okay to even make a video today, but yeah, I'm gonna get this done and um, make Doug some strawberry preserves later. Um, the last one, it was like a food group for him. So anyway, um, yeah, I was watching a JP Reacts. I'll share the link. The American Psychiatric Association has approved a book for children, a textbook for their psychiatric care and their gender affirming insanity that's going on in our country now. And I feel it's highly criminal that they are directing this towards children and their care, affirming um, something that isn't biologically sound and something that can end up doing these youngsters more harm than it does good. And there's a lot of psychiatrists and mental health care professionals out there. The majority of us feel the same way about it. What used to be termed insane is now being recognized as normal, whether it's accurate or not. Like this one dude saying, "Well, I have long hair and a purse. Can't you tell that I'm a woman?" No, no, I can't. You still sound like a man because you're a man. That's why. And these people that are leading children astray, especially the medical professionals that would even go to this textbook in reference to help their clients, they're all criminal. And I mean, not just crimes against God or these people, but the whole entire system that is Marxism and communism to make our country fall. This is beyond radical. This is it's putrid. It's absolutely horrible. So, and I want to make the other mental health care professionals out there aware. We know what's out there and what's coming and why they're doing it, but how do we stop it within, well, in individual practices you can pretty much keep a handle on it, but state-run organizations, the school systems, mental health care within communities that are run by uh what do you call them things? Just a minute, I'll get it. Like welfare worker type of people, those that would get involved, like child protective service and these type of individuals that are going to implement this for the money. It isn't because they care about any little person's health, you know. Yeah, anyway, it's disturbing. It is. It's terrible that they would say to any little person like oops, I'm missing a piece of my thing here. Um that they can be any gender that they want to be. That's disturbing. you know. It is the little people they're targeting. It has nothing to do with you or I or anybody with a sound mind. These are little people that don't even know what their favorite anything is at this point. Like if you liked the flavor strawberry when you were a little kid but grew up, and because your taste buds change every 11 years. A lot of things in our bodies change frequently, and they're not addressing that as far as these little people are concerned. They're just going with, oh, like I say, I wanted to play football. Sure, I'm glad that my parents didn't say, well, gee, now she's a boy, you know? So it's criminal any way you look at it. These parents, these psychiatric um people that would, oh, God forbid. And the book, the text book is written by 58, or wait, no, 50 authors. It's $58. I won't forget that. I was born in 58. This kind of a mocking insult here. But, like something or 56 authors or something, but like 49 of them are like trans and that type of thing that wrote this book. For the rest of the normal people on this planet are being schooled by people that are insane. That's just too much. It's like uh Satan taking over the Bible and saying, see, you don't have to worry about the 7 deadly sins. You don't have to worry about the 10 commandments. They don't mean anything. Well, that would be a bad mistake, wouldn't it? Well, there's people that are out there having wars right now, so evidently he guides quite a few of them because they're lax, because the church will change to suit the people for the money and not stand their guns of what is right and wrong on this planet with integrity and the grace of God. Oh, forget about that. Yeah. Oh, anyway, I got to be careful not to expend too much of my energy. I really am kind of feeling a little punk right now. But yeah, and I do have the shakes. I've kind of got chills, but I'm hot and cold at the same time. So I don't know, just a little touch of whatever they're throwing at us out of the sky. God knows what that crap is, you know? It's like, when's it ever going to end? We're sick of it, you know? I could deal with the evil people on this planet if they just kept it to themselves, but they're trying to push it on everybody else. They're trying to make their mental illness everybody else's. That's where I draw the line. It's like that you're going too far. You're attacking the children. That's going way too far. Can you imagine the amount of people that are going to be affected with this? It's edition 1, the first edition of this textbook that's been going to be implemented. The Psychiatric Association, America Psychiatric Association, has approved this as a textbook. Are you kidding me? Well, I'm pretty sure that the Satanic Bible will probably be available in elementary school It's not a religion, is it? Whatever you call it. Wow. These people, that's just too much. And the symbol on the book, it's like a rainbow egg with little children standing around. Oh, some have dresses, and others it looks like they have pants. God, that's just too much, you know? And then I'm watching something on microbiology. So probably not something if I shared that a lot of people would be watching. So, but yeah, somebody should do some microbiology in the brains of these dimwits and see what makes you tick. Gotta be some kind of nematode or something in there crawling around inside your brains. Something's wrong up in there, because it takes a man and a woman to make a family. That's what this world is. That's what makes this world go around. So what are they doing to the world, really? And who are they working for? Yeah, exactly. That's who. If it's not the creator of life, then it's the creator of death. So, yeah. Well, there's just going to be a point on this planet where there is no more humans. That's the way it's going. That's what it's looking like to me. Soulless people. If they get their way, they'll have vessels to live in forever and slaves to serve them. That's all they care about, because they're not going anywhere. They're certainly not entering heaven. You don't write a textbook like that and push it on children and tell me you're going to be going in heaven. No, you're not. That's my opinion, of course. I can't prove something one way or another. But if you're willing to kill people with lies, well, then I don't expect to see the authors of these books in eternity with me. That's my opinion on it all. So, yeah, sickening. I sure am glad I didn't have to grow up with that stuff. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it was around and I just didn't know about it, you know. But I'm glad I didn't know about it. Now that I do, I wish I never had. So, yeah, it's pretty sickening. I feel so sorry for those little people. Um, Little children right now, even the confusion I've heard come out of people that I know, just that alone is enough to really piss me off, you know, because that tells me that whatever they're doing is working on the children, you know, and it's too much. No, everybody doesn't have to believe in God, and if you're satanic, fine. But why try and push that on everybody else? It's not that Satan's going to take over this world. He's had control of it all this time. Look at it. We're not waiting for him to be loose on this planet. It's here. It's loose for his short time, obviously. Because if it wasn't, no textbook would be written like that. People would say, I don't think this is the way we go about this with children. We have to wait till they're old enough to make their own decisions as an adult and not cater to the whims of a child because of the propaganda that's being pushed on this planet to destroy them. It's horrible. Yeah. And there are certain states in our union that really do cater to the ongoing propaganda of the satanic agendas. And the people are willingly going along with it because they're so brainwashed into thinking, well, if I say anything bad about this, I'm a bad person. No, you're not. Protect the children. If you don't, then you're a bad person. Yeah. You don't say nothing about none of this? Nobody shares anything? Like, isn't it important that we put a stop or a kibosh on these types of books that are, who approved this? Huh? Somebody getting paid with our taxes? Yeah, right. That's pretty horrible, you know? God dang it. And it's always going to be something with this. It's just going to get worse from every angle that they can possibly think of destroying people. They're doing it. And the average person doesn't see it like that. They're like, oh, everybody's got to be able to do what they want to do. Well, newsflash, some things are criminal. And when you're doing things to little people, you're a criminal. That reminds me of another thing. Uh, not let me check the um, exact name of this guy's channel. Just a minute here. I have watched the video about Saturday Night Live had let me see if I can. It was really, really disgusting, making fun of the awful things that are done to children, making it seem like it was some kind of joke, like the um, Epstein stuff, like that was some kind of a joke to make a joke out of it. Let me see, I'll get the name of the channel for you. United Uprising. He's got one called Read Between the Lines. You got to see what SNL did. I would say go look at that too, but I'm not gonna put it up there. I think it's more important that fellow psychiatric care workers and people concerned with the mental health of people around you and in your life understand the textbooks that are being put out there for little people. Now it just fries me out. Jesus. God, please. Ooh, just too much. Way too much. How much can a heart bear, you know? When you truly love people and you know what they're doing, it's like, well, Doug had shared a video kind of showcasing all the agendas that this woman had compiled. It's uh a video from 2019, I believe. And he said, yeah, well, I said, well, I read all these agendas at 15, you know, exactly all this, what they were going to implement and how they're going to do it. He said, yeah, but not everybody knows it like that. But don't they? Isn't everybody pretty much aware of what's going on? And they basically picked a side, like they're either not oblivious to it, just ignorant. Yeah, I'll ignore it. I don't care. As long as your life goes around. So they're thinking, as long as my life goes around, who cares about anybody else's? You know? That's the attitude I get off of all this. It's not that people don't know. It's just that they don't understand the implications of the future. And even if they've chose not to have any children, what about the existing ones or other people? So do people even care? And if you do, what are you going to do about it? How are you going to go about trying to stop some of this stuff? You know, there aren't any 5-star reviews on that book that you can buy on Amazon, but I'm sure there will be, and we can pretty much know who's going to review it and give it a 5-star rating, because if you want to comment on it, you have to at least give it 1 star. So there's a lot of 1-star ratings. Medical professionals that are speaking up against this, you know. It's just like with the coof that was going on in the nurses and the doctors, um and any nurse and any doctor, and I wouldn't go as far as to say just all trained medical health care professionals know about microorganisms, but they all know the difference between a bacterium and a virus, a germ and a virus, and the different ways they're transmitted. And that, it's the same with mental health. They all have a certain amount of schooling in mental health, even if they're a medical doctor. Um, and the ones that didn't speak up against all this pushed bullshit on us, they're criminal. It's as simple as that. When you know something to be true and you lie about it or keep silent about it, you're criminal. You're as much as a murderer at that point. And I want to see them all prosecuted. I took that oath, and I meant every word of it, to do no harm. Period. It doesn't go into if I have a purse and I have long hair and I'm pretending to be somebody, and if you don't go along with it, you're hurting me. No, you fuck off with your shit. You're insane, and I'm not playing your goddamn game. It's as simple as that. I believe that goodness and truth is going to win. How soon that will happen, I don't know. But when you have a show that's supposed to be comedy, get on there making fun of children being abused and people are laughing, that makes me just want to teach some people some judo. The hard way. That's how I feel about it. Like, would I be able to walk up and feel like I'd want to body slam somebody laughing at a child abuser? Laughing about that? Yeah, I'd be capable of that. I would. So anyway, it's sick. These people are sick and they are controlled. Praying only goes so far. I mean, if you see something that's just horrendous, sometimes you gotta actually say something about it, you know? It's going too far. God, retarded people, wars and genders, and you're just, all of it, they're just, it's just too much, you know? Oh my goodness. Well, I just want to make it so like these doctors, nurses, senators, governors, Congress people, whoever they can't even go into a restaurant or walk the streets and feel like they're going to be okay. I do not want them to feel like they're going to be okay. I want them to feel how they're making the families on this planet feel. That's how I want them to feel. Like, when's your next meal gonna come around? Can you afford to do this or that? Are you gonna worry about your carbon footprint? Are we even gonna talk about when they said there was going to be an ice age in the 70s? What the scientists said then? What changed? Nothing. In fact, the factories are even cleaner than they were back in the 70s. So how does that work? Yeah. Oh, did you know that now Elon is talking about converting all his electric vehicles over to uh, hydrogen, which is water vapor? Yeah. Gee, I wonder why he didn't think of that at first. Like Stanley Meyer's car that I've put around, he was silenced. And I've been sharing his work, or Gerald Moran right here on YouTube. You can look up his, it's like a perpetual motion coil, like free energy, just ongoing. You start up his invention, and it's like a person in Africa too had invented something very similar to power their whole town, the whole village. One little gadget about as big as a suitcase. Gerald Moran's is a little bigger than that. He actually had uh, the feds come in and take all of his stuff, thousands of dollars worth of equipment, and he ended up doing some prison time. While he was in prison, and he can go into that if you're interested on looking into his channel. He goes into it. He just kept inventing things while he was in there. So, yeah, sometimes solitude can do you some good, sometimes it doesn't, though. But there's inventors out there that they're keeping stifled that have great minds way beyond these people that have everybody else's money to work with. There's great minds out there that are silenced, and that's a crime too. I want these criminals in cages. But this textbook against the children, that's gone too far. I had to say something about it. I'm glad JP brought it to my attention because I don't know how I would have ran across it. Not sure where he found it. Maybe an article online. Who knows? But yeah. But how would we even know about it? You wouldn't even know about it if you had your child in a public school system. You wouldn't even know about it till that child came home and told you what they were studying. More than two genders, yeah. That great big lie for the Baphomet push. Not that there's a man and a woman and the Spirit of God that works within them. No, not that. No, something else that they can name it any gender they want. One big ridiculous lie, ongoing games to confuse the youth. I mean, the adults that are going along with that, you're evil. End of story. You're not even mentally regressed. You're just fucking evil. It's the children that are going to be hurt. And there's people that have done things, taken off body parts and different things that regret doing so. And you hardly hear about those stories. But it's true. So, well, I just wanted to make you aware of that textbook. There's other healthcare professionals that watch me, and I just want you to know about that. Make everybody else aware of it, that we know who the insane ones are. It's pretty obvious that they've got control of the whole situation. But, yeah. All right, everybody. I appreciate you joining me. I'll be back tomorrow. I was going to talk a little longer, but I got laundry to do, jam to make. I hope I get my things done. So I love you all. Thank you for joining me. Peace from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.